you'll still take this outcome.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, you wouldn't have liked to give up the safety, but at least you're now forcing Aledo to come back to wherever they're going to start this possession. That kickoff's out of bounds.
Oof. And the hits just keep on coming, Mike.
It went out of bounds at the 36. They're saying we're almost up. They're saying IT is assisting.
Okay.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team. 5-yard penalty. No re-kick. Kick out of bounds by the Raiders.
We welcome you to Aledo's Tim Buchanan Stadium. 5:39 to play here in the first quarter. Friday night football getting on the air a little later than we would have preferred to. Some technical difficulties, but we are up and ready to roll. It is 6-2. We will take you through how we got to this point here as soon as possible. But what you should know is that Uzziah Warmate ran for a 53-yard touchdown. Aledo drove down the field. Denton Ryan intercepted him. Trey Williams with the pick, but then Aledo tackled Trayvon Reynolds in the end zone for a safety, and that is how we have gotten to where we are here. 6-2, the lead for Denton Ryan, and Aledo will take over in plus territory after the kickoff following the safety for Denton Ryan.
Yeah, we talked earlier about that interception from Trey Williams. I'm sure, again, Coach Hennigan will take the interception, but boy, did it back them up in their end zone. And really just tough sledding trying to get out there. Trayvon Reynolds gets tackled in the end zone for the safety. And you said this is a wonky start for these two teams. Score now 6-2. Maybe not the score that you anticipated in the first quarter here in Aledo, but
to say the very least. Aledo will take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line in Denton Ryan territory, down 6-2. Finley, the motion man, handoff, Racine Guillory. Guillory's got a big hole, across the 40. Flag on the play, back behind. Thrown in the vicinity of what might be a hold. We'll check the flag.
Oh, that is going to be too bad if that is a holding penalty. We await the call from the referee.
Oh.
Nope. No assuming the worst here for the offensive line, man. They open up a big hole for Racine Guillory. And as I stated, Mike, this running attack from Aledo, once these guys get going, especially against this Raiders defense that's vaunted and so tough, these guys are going to have to find a way here, because Guillory, you can tell, man, when this guy starts to get ahead of steam, he is hard to stop.
So after the penalty, they will take over 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line, looking to answer what was a fast start for Denton Ryan. Again, finally up on our stream. Apologies for the technical difficulties. We will bring you through what has happened to this point as soon as we can. Nowhere to go there for Guillory.
You see right there, this is the strength of this defense. That defensive line, these guys up front are so big, so tough, and so strong. You see number 8, Errol West. He is a guy that, you know, his coach, Coach Hennigan, just raved about him, how good he is. A guy that has played, had 12 sacks last year as a sophomore. Keep your eyes on number 8.
Nowhere to go. Nice work to really make something out of this here by Lincoln Tubbs. Gets inside the 15. It's going to be 3rd down.
Boy, Freeman Wade immediately got penetration, and I think Gavin Beard right there, he just had to make a decision right away. Man, he would have taken a tremendous loss on that play, but again, he you know, gets up into the line of scrimmage and picks up some positive yards. Still a big-time 3rd down here.
3rd down and 7. They've got to get to the 7-yard line to move the chains. Tubbs in there again, running quarterback. Knocked off his feet, kept him for a moment, but then driven back. Cookie Warmate there for the tackle, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, Warmate, he is the cleanup man and a guy that scored the first touchdown. But look here at number 34, Damari Ruth. He is the guy that takes on Guillory and doesn't allow Beard to get to the outside. Man, everything works together on the defense, and that guy sacrificed his body to make that pile right there and, man, allow Warmate to get the tackle.
So on 4th and 12, Aledo's going to kick the field goal. Cole Crawford kicks lefty, punts righty, sends this one through, and a very weird 6-5 tally with 3:02 to play here in this first quarter as Crawford puts it through. Let's try and bring you back through what you missed as we had some technical difficulties here off the top. This is Cookie Warmate on what was a 4th and 1. The defensive tackle took it 53 yards for the touchdown run, and Denton Ryan jumped out to a 6-0 lead. Aledo would try to answer, driving down the field. They would get deep into Denton Ryan territory, but at the very tail end of that drive, Gavin Beard threw to the right side. We're trying to call that play up for you right now. I believe that we may have it. Show it to you one more time here. This is the tail end of what was a Trey Williams interception. Trey Williams picked off what was a throw into one-on-one coverage looking for Caden Finley. Here it is one more time. Gavin Beard picked off. Terrific play by Williams. That ended the Aledo drive, but 2 plays later, Carson Dempsey made the tackle in the end zone for a safety, so it was 6-2 as Aledo got on the board with the Denton Ryan safety. After the safety, Denton Ryan kicked it off from their own 20. Great field position for Aledo Heckma to drive down into field goal range, and you just saw a moment ago the Cole Crawford field goal to make it 6-5. So you're at least somewhat back up to speed on how we've gotten here on an unfortunate night to have technical difficulties. We couldn't have had this issue on a night where the game wasn't quite, I don't know, the game of the year in 5A, but we've got it up. Kudos to our team back in house for working the problem and getting us on the air here, and we are ready to roll in what should be a terrific football game between the top 2 teams in the state rankings in 5A. Here's the Denton Ryan offense on your screen right now. Quinn Hennigan, the junior quarterback. Another Hennigan starting at quarterback at Denton Ryan, just like his big brother Seth did years ago, taking over the reins this year. The coach's son hoping to have success that mirrored big brother, but dad's trying real hard to make sure that they don't put that kind of pressure on him. Handoff here to Nemo Warmate, who twists his way for 5, and it will be 3rd down and manageable for Denton Ryan.
Yeah, we came in wanting to see both of these running backs, and Nemo Warmate is a big name in 5A and just a workhorse bell cow running back, but his brother gets in on the scoring act early, and Cookie Warmate on a 4th and short and takes it to the house, 53 yards. Not what you would have expected in this game, but
no.
Hey, we've gotten a lot of what we hadn't expected here early.
Although Cookie did run the ball a lot last year too. Over the middle here, complete. That will be enough for a 1st down. Denton Ryan moves the chains. Lorenzo Hill on the receiving end.
Yeah, they got to make sure that they get this ball into number 3's hands early and often. As you see the throw right there from the left-handed Quinn Hennigan. Love the maturity, man. You can tell, man, he has put on some weight in the offseason. He looks a lot bigger.
First and 10, quick throw far side. That is Braden Mussett, the young man who was sensational a year ago in this game.
Yeah, keep your eyes on number 2. Braden Mussett is a special player, a guy that also lines up in the backfield, plays a little bit of that wildcat as well. Just an overall athlete, a stud.
2nd down and 8. Mussett was terrific last year, ran for a couple touchdowns, threw for a score, playing quarterback for the first time last season. Hennigan far side, complete to Mussett. That's enough for a 1st down. Nice catch.
First of all, it's a nice route. How about that? For the senior wide receiver, knowing exactly where the sticks are, and that is high IQ football. Know where the sticks are. Know where you got to change, basically keep the possession going.
1st and 10 at their own 49 here for Quinn Hennigan and company. The lefty looking deep again looking for Mussett. Terrific catch, but out of bounds.
Yeah, you can tell right initially from that fade ball, Mussett had a step and plenty of separation, but Quinn Hennigan just not enough on it to allow Mussett to make a play. He goes right out of bounds.
Over 1,000 of you with us right now on the WFA YouTube channel. Please click the like button, click the subscribe button, as we will bring you a high school football game every week here on Friday Night Football on WFA Plus and the WFA YouTube channel. Let us know where you're tuning in from tonight, who you're rooting for in this 1 versus 2 matchup. Handoff here for Warmate. Stood up. Good play by Owen Henderson to fill the hole. Player down here for Denton Ryan. That's Darian Walker, the starting left guard. While we have a moment here, let's try and set the table a little bit for what this game really means. They've met each of the last 2 seasons, redistricted together prior to the 2022 season, and everybody kind of thought, hey, maybe this is going to be the time where Aledo's win streak finally comes to end in district. They led 21-7 at Denton Ryan, but then Ryan made a big comeback on their home field. Callan Davis to Jordan Bailey here. The 50-yard touchdown made it 21-14. Then in the 4th, the same duo would hook up to make it 21-all early 4th quarter. But with under 8 to play, Hoss Haney hits Jalen Pope for the touchdown. Aledo had the lead 27-21. Haney would run for an 86-yard touchdown to put that game away as well. And Aledo got the win 35-21. Then last year, they meet again here in Aledo. Bearcats built a 17-0 lead in the 2nd quarter. Devon Keys again running it in, but this time the Ryan comeback had a little more pop. Braden Mussett, playing quarterback for the first time last season, takes this one 62 yards for the touchdown. It was 17-6. He'd run for another score to make it 17-12. And then in the 4th, Mussett over the middle to Jose Melendez for the touchdown. 19-17, Denton Ryan led in the 4th here in Aledo. But Aledo always has an answer, right? Hoss Haney. This was with 1:35 to play on a 3rd and 11, and he takes the QB draw 57 yards for the game winner. Look at this, the little finger roll to match. And Aledo's win streak continued along. Heckma Harrison has now reached 122 consecutive games for the Aledo Bearcats in district play. Clay Marshall, if we can go ahead and show that graphic as well, the win streak, graphic number 9, what Aledo has accomplished over the course of the last now 17 years. There are kids, Heckma, that are playing out on the field tonight that were not born when this streak began.
Yeah, it is a special streak, but also a special place to play. And all of these new up-and-coming stars, they know what's at stake. The standard is the standard here at Aledo.
Back ready to go with the first play of the 2nd quarter. 6-5, Denton Ryan with the lead here early on. Hennigan over the middle. That one had to get past the umpire, and it's complete. Trayvon Reynolds on the receiving end, and he's got enough for a 1st down.
Well, a dangerous pass, a little behind Trayvon Reynolds, but doing a good job of, keeping that reception in his hands. Yeah, like you're right. I'm looking at the umpire, and he skinned the umpire with that ball.
1st and 10 at the 41 in Aledo territory. Hennigan stepping up in the pocket. Quick throw, far side. Reynolds undercut. Good tackle. Chase Wilburn making the stop.
And you see right there, Chase Wilburn coming up from his cornerback position and getting a great tackle. They are attacking these guys out on the edges, man, pressuring this defense. All of these guys are going to have to tackle tonight.
Second down and 8. Hennigan who jumped first.
Prior to the snap or the foul, timeout. Denton Ryan.
Timeout called by Denton Ryan.
Stay tuned for the Friday Night Football halftime show sponsored by Golden Chick. Golden Chick is the perfect post-game destination. Come in and see why we say it's one taste and you're golden at Golden Chick.
So here we are in 2024 at Tim Buchanan Stadium, the 12-time state champion Aledo Bearcats playing host. Let's bring you back in time to the very beginning of the dynasty. 1998, Aledo and Cuero in 3AD1. Aledo quarterback Joe Laminack there with the 34-yard touchdown run. Bearcats led 7-0 in the third. Cuero would tie it here. Andrew Hurd to Sean Cullen, 19 yards for the touchdown. But in the fourth, Matt Saunders' 2-yard touchdown run touched off a dynasty. 14-7, Aledo gets the win, the first of now 12 state titles. A young Coach Buck reveling in it all. And now here we are at the stadium, Heckma, that bears his name. He, Steve Wood, now Robbie Jones, the head coach, all three of them have had a hand in building what Aledo is today. But the 12 state championships say it all. Yeah,
this is a special place, man. And when you talk to the coaches, and especially Coach Buck, man, he is just a wealth of knowledge in the person to talk
Reynolds breaking free. Trayvon Reynolds will score. There are no flags. 39 yards on the swing pass from Hennigan to Trayvon Reynolds.
And the hole opened up over here on the right side. Look at this throw and the way that these guys are blocking up front. That's a beautiful design on that play, but even better, open field running right there from Trayvon Reynolds.
12-5, Denton Ryan with the lead. Will they kick the PAT? Yes-ish. Daniel Rodriguez, their kicker. Brady Cardwell, the holder, finally in place. And it's through, and Ryan with a 13-5 lead in what has been a wonky game to this point. But Heckma, we have talked all about what Denton Ryan and Aledo meant. We have talked about what Aledo is, this win streak, this building. Denton Ryan, at the very least, is game.
Yeah, I don't think you could say game, or they just don't care.
Yep.
They've come in to this stadium here in the first half, and they're, just exacting their dominance right now over the Bearcats. This is a Bearcat stadium that like we talked about, man, so many of these guys that are playing right now were not even born when that district win streak started. They know that this is a game in district that they, want to win. They are charged to win, obviously, but two teams that clearly are going to see each other again at some point down the road.
Yeah, this is merely the appetizer. These two teams are not guaranteed, but very likely to see one another in the fourth round of the playoffs, regional final in 5A Division I, and whichever team wins that game is probably your favorite to win a state championship in 5A D1. Aledo, the two-time defending state champions. Set up to receive here, short kickoff. Caught on a hop at the 24-yard line. Bowing back on the near side is Adrian Fuller. Fuller trying to get the corner. Run out of bounds at the 36-yard line.
Boy, talk about that sudden quickness right there from Adrian Fuller. He takes this kickoff, and he is just surveying the field. Man, it takes a whole lot of athleticism to run the way that he just did. He's coming 53 yards to pick up maybe 15 yards, but still, you see the playmaking ability and the respect that this Raiders kickoff team is paying to number 7.
So Aledo will take over, 1st and 10 at their own 35, they'll officially mark it. The Bearcats, the two-time defending 5A D1 state champions, the preeminent powerhouse in Texas high school football, but young this year, only 7 starters back. Beard panics, but wrong choice of words on my part. probably had cause Heckma to panic, kept his cool, and finds Caden Finley.
The one thing that he does bigger than anything is keep his eyes up the field. He's looking. He panicked, okay? But who does he see? He sees Caden Finley open, and that's a great job by Gavin Beard, again, keeping his cool and getting the ball into his star receiver.
So 1st and 10 at the 45. Gavin Beard says, Mike, I got no panic in me. I got number 2 out there to catch the football for me. And he's going to look his way again, complete over the middle on a strike from Beard. Finley trying to make men miss. Flag flies there at the tail end, right at that 40-yard stripe where he was finally bottled up. Heckma, we talked about it off the top of the broadcast. He is a threat to score every time he gets the football in his hands.
He really is, and that's the thing. And talk about it in the open. It's just being the kind of versatile weapon that he is, the size that this kid has. I think when you're down on field level with him,
Defense, number 21, 15 yards to the end of the run, first down.
you just have to respect the size of a kid like that. 6'2", 200 pounds, and I said it in the open. You come back to this stadium next year, I dare say he'll be 6'3", 222. You know,
Right.
He's just one of those kids that look like he still has plenty to put on that already big frame.
He had 4 catches a week ago for 142 yards and 3 touchdowns. Now, to be fair, they were playing Fossil Ridge and they won 63-3, but he just suns teams because that's what he does. 1st and 10, quick throw near side. Guillory with space and a blocker. Guillory with the cutback inside the 5. Did he stay in bounds? No. But a terrific catch and run from Racine Guillory. There is a flag down at the 14-yard line.
Yeah, I think they're going to get Caden Finley. They're just talking about him on the hold on the outside. Great vision, but here's the hold right here. You see him get the back of the shoulder pad right in the vision of the referee, and they call it.
Holding, offense number 2, 10-yard penalty for the spot foul. Replay, first down.
Jim Davis, our referee tonight, confirms yes, indeed, a hold on Caden Finley, and that will bring the football back to, where will they spot it officially? The 25. They never officially spotted where Guillory went out of bounds on that swing pass, but somewhere in the neighborhood of a 20-yard, 22-yard forfeiture of territory on that penalty. I don't know that he did step out of bounds as I just watched the replay back on our YouTube feed here in-house. 1st and 11 at the 25. Guillory again. Patiently picks his way for 4.
And that's what you expect from Racine Guillory, a kid that's coming back from a PCL injury that plagued him last season. And when we talked with Coach Jones, one of the things that he said about his running back was like, man, this kid is finally starting to look healthy, and he's starting to be the Racine of old. So right here in this game, man, we've seen a couple of those chunk runs from Guillory, man. He is looking good here tonight.
2nd down and 8. Quick throw near side for Finley, knocked away, well defended. Mon Ellis there to cover Finley. That's going to be the challenge all night long. Can Denton Ryan slow down Caden Finley?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Aaron Delatorre, he knows as the DC that he is going to have to load up and stop the run, but on the outside, you cannot let Caden Finley victimize you.
3rd down and 8. Gavin Beard, the starting quarterback, replacing Hoss Haney, who's now at TCU. Haney, the starter the last couple of years, led him to back-to-back state championships. They have liked Beard's efficiency early on this year, 69.8% completion percentage. Whistles and a timeout called by Robbie Jones.
I think that's a good timeout by Jones. Just want to get the right play in. 8:51 here in the second quarter. You're already down there where you want to definitely pull out a score here.
So Denton Ryan with a 13-5 lead here at Aledo. Let's bring you back to the beginning of their dynasty. Turn of the century, 2001. Denton Ryan in Smithson Valley. James Battle was the man. Here hits Okoto Okpo for a 28-yard touchdown. Ryan led early, but this one would need overtime. And in the first OT, Ryan's Earl Goldsmith runs it in for the 1-yard score, 42-35. Ryan had the lead. Bottom half of OT. Smithson Valley quarterback LaRon Bybee fumbled it at first, heaves it downfield. Jackie Smith there to pick it off for Denton Ryan, and for the first time, the Raiders were state champions. Joey Florence's Raider team would in fact go back-to-back the very next year. They played against Brenham, and this one was a lot easier for them. Battle had 3 combined touchdowns in the game, and they blew out Brenham in this one, 38-8 the final score. Denton Ryan went back-to-back in 01 and 02. In 02, they played Aledo in the regional final on their way to the championship. Back out of the timeout, 3rd down and 8 here for Aledo, and now Denton Ryan, Heckma, will call timeout. A little Polaroid of what Aledo came out in, and now Dave Hennigan and his team are going to assess the situation.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship to get things started, but I tell you what, I love those 2 videos that you display, those old school jerseys, those big old shoulder pads. Bring them back. Bring them back. All right, but I tell you what, just some great football that tells you how long these 2 schools have been playing at the top of their class year in and year out. It really is so hard to keep that excellence for as long as they have. And man, this is just one of those games, again, that everyone here in the state, just to build up to this game, everything that we thought about this game is what it is, and you see how close it is, 13-5. That score is out of this world and something you would not have expected, but it really is the telltale sign of just how competitive these matchups have been.
So now, after back-to-back timeouts, 3rd down and 8 for Gavin Beard and the Aledo offense. Beard will be in shotgun. They have to get to the 14. Motion man is Burdine. Deep ball. End zone, knocked away. There is a flag.
Oh, they worked the flag, and over there is Caden Finley. He is pleading his case.
There's a discussion happening in the back of the end zone between the 2 officials because the official nearer to the play didn't throw a flag, but the back judge did. You see the official in your frame. He didn't throw a flag, but you see the flag fly into the frame from our back judge, Michael Camp. They will enforce the penalty.
Pass interference, defense number 7. Foul thrown in the end zone. Ball replaced at the 3-yard line.
And that's just really odd. I mean, it's happening right in his line of sight. He doesn't grab his flag. And so, look, they finally get it right, but I tell you what, Caden Finley, he had a case to be made on that being a PI.
So that's going to put the football at the 2-yard line, according to Jim Davis, because the penalty happened in the end zone. Now they're spotting it, though, at the 7. Still sorting through things are Davis and his crew. Looks like they will leave the football at the 7-yard line. Quick scan of the YouTube comments. And Jim Davis does confirm it will be at the 7-yard line. Voice of Sand says he's rooting for Ryan tonight. GD 3D Plays says tuning in from the Colony, says go Raiders. 1st and goal for Aledo at the 7. Guillory. Twisting flag came in right at the snap. Still pushing the pile is Guillory.
Boy, talk about rugby style push right there from the offensive line.
The play felt over at the 4-yard line, and then it just still wasn't.
Don't know what the call is because the flag came out immediately.
It was right at the line of scrimmage. The head linesman on the near side having a conversation with Robbie Jones, the new Aledo head coach in his 2nd year.
Maybe offsides on the defense. I'm guessing here. It just was a quick flag.
There were flags actually dropped on both sides. So they did not have the requisite 7 on the line of scrimmage. Illegal formation on Aledo, and that'll back them up outside the 10-yard line to the 12. Alex Send says another flag, question mark? There have been a few here in the early going. Ty Mays says watching from Refugio, Bobcats country. Guillory with the handoff, ran into his own man, backtracks and he's taken down. Good pursuit. Munn Ellis, the safety, coming up to make the play.
How about that? That's the second play that we've seen Munn make behind the line of scrimmage. Man, he is coming up and attacking. Look, you can't say enough about having great safeties. The guys that take great angles are sure tacklers. Man, that really does cover up a lot of warts on your defense when you have a guy that can tackle like that.
So now 2nd and goal, but all the way back at the 18-yard line. Ryan Russick says he's watching from California tonight, says let's go Aledo. Beard, quarterback draw. Nowhere to go. Ashton Choice with the tackle. If he had beaten Choice, he had a lot of room, but he couldn't beat Choice.
No, he could not beat Choice. And I'm telling you, Choice is sitting back there like he's spying Beard the whole time, because he can tell you when they do the assessment and they're evaluating this team, they know how valuable Gavin Beard is also to the running game. And he was trying to escape out the back door, but Ashton said, no way, Jose.
Sebastian Moore says watching from Louisiana tonight, says go Bearcats. They face 3rd and goal from the 16. Where's Caden Finley? Bottom of the formation. Safety over the top. Pressure on Beard. They throw to Finley anyway. No, it's Burdine. Did he get a foot in bounds? No. Incomplete.
Oh, they have these two crossing routes between Burdine and Finley. The defense obviously elects to go with Finley, and they try and catch him on the corner route, and he barely gets a toe on the line. Man, that is a great play by Robbie Jones, but not good execution at the end of that catch. The ability to get your foot down. Boy, what a play and a needed touchdown here for the Aledo Bearcats, but hopefully they'll take the 3.
On comes Cole Crawford once again, this time from 33. And it's through, and for the 2nd time today, Cole Crawford connects on a field goal for the Aledo Bearcats, and they creep a little closer. The scoring for Aledo today, hardly normal, a safety and 2 field goals, but they're within 5.
Yeah, trying to find their offense right now and getting to some type of rhythm is Robbie Jones's team. I want to go back to something I heard you say earlier, and I think I misheard you. You said he kicks left, but he punts right?
He kicks with his left foot. He's a soccer player.
Okay.
Robbie Jones said he's ambidextrous. He's very gifted with both feet. He kicks field goals and kicks off with his left foot. He punts with his right foot.
That's weird.
I've never seen that before.
Okay.
That is a different kind of gifted. Number 47 there.
Tuesday, sunny. Highs in the upper 80s. Tuesday night, clear. Lows in the lower 60s. Wednesday, sunny. Highs in the upper 80s. Wednesday night, clear. Lows in the lower 60s. Thursday, sunny. Highs in the upper 80s. Thursday night, mostly clear. Lows in the lower 60s. Friday, sunny.
Stream, let us know where you're watching from tonight. Dribbler kick right up the middle. They tried to surprise him with the onside. Ryan there to make the recovery.
Oof.
Well done by Owen Darrow.
Oof.
That one was kicked right at him.
Listen, I mean, couldn't have anticipated that. He even tricked our cameras. But Darrow, he is ready for it. Like you called it a dribbler, and that thing came off of his. We have seen some onside kicks, have we not, in the last week or so? And I'm telling you, Darrow on the spot, man, great job by Darrow. As they set up the Wildcat, and that's Braden Mussett.
Mussett, quick throw, far side. Complete, and space up the sideline. Off to the races goes Lorenzo Hill. Denton Ryan has come to play tonight. Touchdown Raiders.
The first sign of danger, you see Braden Mussett back there, and you automatically think they're in a Wildcat position. That defense is assuming that there's going to be a run, and what does Mussett do? He unloads to Lorenzo Hill, and he walks the dog. Great play design. Man, the back and forth in this game said it earlier, this game has the feel of an instant classic. Great run there by Hill. He is the speedster and the guy that they want to, display him out on the edges. I mean, that's next level.
And the creativity there from the Denton Ryan coaching staff. They had Braden Mussett play quarterback a year ago in this game. It was the first time all season that Mussett had played quarterback. They had him run Wildcat, did a lot of running of the football. It was a wrinkle that Aledo didn't know was coming because it was the first time all year he'd played the position, and it helped Ryan almost win that football game. This year, Quinn Hennigan, old enough, big enough, strong enough to take over the starting quarterback position and allow Mussett to go back to the wide receiver spot, but they still use him in that Wildcat quarterback. So if you're the Aledo defense, you see Mussett in their quarterback, you're thinking run all the way, and they swing it outside, and off goes Lorenzo Hill. 52 yards for the touchdown, and it's 20-8 Denton Ryan.
And they have come into Aledo, and they have delivered the first blow here. And they are pulling out all the stops. Coach Hennigan goes to his athlete, Braden Mussett. And like you said, Mike, last season got his first start at the quarterback position. And that's when things were having to change. They had to get some more momentum. Coach Hennigan gets behind his athlete, Braden Mussett.
Aledo trails 20-8 on their home field. On the return, space here, out across the 35 goes Adrian Fuller. And it will be good field position for Gavin Beard and company, but Heckma, they need to find the end zone.
Yeah, they do. And I think what's so tough right now is, the defensive coordinator, Delatorre, is doing a wonderful job of confusing them up front. Just when Gavin Beard, you saw on that last run, you thought he was going to be able to get out. Ashton Choice is there to make the stop. It's just, look, he's throwing everything except for the kitchen sink right now. And Gavin Beard has to settle into this game and make some of those throws to his playmakers, to put some points on the board before they go into half.
So they take over at their own 39-yard line. Handoff Guillory. Guillory twists his way forward. He wanted more there. He thought he had a seam.
Yeah, he's having to try and split two defenders, trying to fit that up in there. Jackson Dozier, look at Dozier coming in and closing him in 34 together. That's a great job of keeping Racine Guillory, at a short gain. If those two guys don't make that stop, Guillory is probably off to the races.
Aledo with an offensive line that is banged up this week. They got a lot of guys playing out of position, trying to move bodies up front. Nice job here to get outside by Guillory. Their usual starting offensive line would be Ryan Campbell at left tackle, Peyton Williams at left guard, Foreman at center, Omari Dinboo at right guard, and Cody Cartwright at right tackle. Cartwright and Dinboo, both, Heckma, available to play tonight, but they did not start because they've both been dealing with injuries. Chase Anderson is starting in place of Grant Foreman at center tonight. Peyton Williams, the only guy in his normal position at left guard, and Ryan Campbell moving to right guard tonight as they shuffle the deck and move guys all over the place to try and make something work. And they're trying to figure out a way to get some push up front. Over the middle, incomplete, just beyond the grasp of Burdine.
Yeah, and that's one of those balls that I'm sure for Gavin Beard, he wishes that he had back. And, Mike, nothing you can do about injuries in football. Every guy has to be ready for their opportunity, and those guys that you just mentioned on that offensive line have to take full advantage of it. They have to give time to Gavin Beard to be able to set up and maneuver and make his first read to get this ball out. His ball's coming out of his hand plenty quickly.
2nd down and 10 at their own 49. Into the pile goes Caden Winkfield, the junior. Nice job to push the pile by Winkfield in that offensive line. Give him 7 on the carry when it easily could have just been 3.
Hey, get it done however you got to do it, okay? If you got to get 5 guys to move the pile rugby style, get it done.
3rd down and 3. Again, it's Winkfield. He's got the first down.
That's what they need, a drive just like this. Caden Winkfield just piling in, getting in behind that A gap, running behind his center, pushing things forward. I'm really impressed, though, Mike, with this defensive front from Denton Ryan. I mean, you read the press clippings from these guys, 26 yards allowed a game. Like, what?
26 rushing yards per game. Pressure up the middle. They handle it over the middle. Finley couldn't quite make the catch on a ball that was just behind him.
Oh, Gavin Beard trying to make that throw off his back foot. So you see him right here. He's trying to set up, realizing that he's got his guy, and just the technique of that throw a little bit off, and again behind Caden Finley. You can tell the big body of this kid. He's getting a little frustrated out there, waiting to make a play to bust this game open.
Kank in the YouTube comment says Aledo better wake up. 4:33 second quarter. The team with a 122 game district win streak trails by a dozen on their home field. 2nd and 10 all day. That will draw a flag. That was pretty obvious. Dylan Arkansas getting tangled up with Blake Burdine.
Yeah, Dylan Arkansas, look, he's man-to-man in that situation, trying to keep his in close proximity as a middle linebacker. But once you hook with that left arm, with his right arm, that's going to be an easy call for the officials.
Holding, defense number 21. 10-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
So that will bring the football to the 30-yard line. Funny comment here from Junior Guz in the YouTube comments. He says, fix the scoreboard. I know Ryan's not winning right now. Yes, sir, they are. On the road at Aledo. Uzziah Warmate ran for a 53-yard touchdown to start things off, and they do have the lead right now. Beard gets away, fires, dangerous throw, and it's knocked away. He was looking for Guillory. It'll be 2nd down.
Stay tuned for the Friday Night Football halftime show, sponsored by Golden Chick. Golden Chick, the perfect post-game destination. Come in and see why we say it's one taste and you're golden at Golden Chick.
2nd down and 10. Beard just barely evaded the rush there.
Fix the scoreboard. I immediately looked down like, no, not the scoreboard.
What's wrong?
God.
Yeah, we've had more technical difficulties than we'd care to admit tonight. Into the pile went Guillory, but only a couple, and it's going to be 3rd and 8.
I'll tell you what, for a kid like Caden Finley, man, he's been taking some licks, and you could this defense from Denton Ryan, when they go in at halftime, if they hold these guys to 2 field goals and that safety, they've got to be patting themselves on the back because they have stopped a high-octane offense from scoring.
3rd down and 8. We have seen it so much in years gone by. Recently it was Haas Haney. Who would be the one to step up and save Aledo? Who will it be tonight? Deep ball, Finley knocked away. No flag. Double coverage. There to knock it away was Byron Simmons.
And that's a great job by Byron Simmons. That ball hangs in the air, doing a great job. Look at the zone that these guys are keeping Finley in. No flag coming, but they're trying to force feed the ball into their playmaker.
4th down and 8. Ball sits at the 28-yard line. It would be a 45-yarder from here. Very clearly Aledo deciding not to kick the field goal. Kind of no man's land here. No point in punting. They will go for it, but it will come after a timeout.
Yeah, this game has, for both of these squads, it's been sprinkled in with a little bit of good and a little bit of bad. And I think for Aledo, you just want to see these guys settle down a little bit here and get into their offense.
The things that Aledo has done over the course of the last 15 years defies logic. 11 championships in the last 15 years. They are the never-ending dynasty. They are eternal Aledo. This team just somehow continues to run it back, Heckma, over and over and over and over again. Just when you think, oh, it's going to come to an end. Oh, Tim Buchanan's retiring. All right, it's going to. Steve Wood goes and wins 3 championships. And then Buck comes back for a little while. Robbie Jones is taking over. All right, it's going to come to an end. He wins a championship and goes 16-0 on the way to that championship a year ago. And they come into this season, preseason number 1. It bends the brain what Aledo has done over the course of this span.
Yeah, the temperature here in Aledo is championship. Everything is, everywhere you go, you see the word championship. And look, man, it's a complete attitude. And you talk about those 3 coaches, Tim Buchanan, Steve Wood, and Robbie Jones. Each of those guys have had their name etched in a state championship title. As Robbie Jones bragged about, he said, yeah, I've been a part of them, but didn't have my name on one of those trophies, but now I do.
4th and 8 out of the timeout. Beard scanning all day, fires end zone, tipped and knocked away. Finley was behind the defense and it was underthrown. Dozier to knock it away.
And Finley, man, this kid is running some exceptional routes. This is a post route. Gavin Beard just has to put it on him. Look at the space that he has, but it's a little underthrown and just enough for Jackson Dozier to get a tip on it. Man, they are playing with fire right now, with trailing with a linebacker. And I know Jackson Dozier is 5'9", 170 pounds, but man, that's rich to try and trail Caden Finley with a linebacker.
He is kind of a rover type for them. He kind of plays the role that Ty Marsh did a few years ago. But yeah, that's a tough ask for anybody to try and cover Caden Finley. But Ryan takes over here, Heckma, up 20-8. It will be a Aledo ball at halftime. That matters. Ryan had it first, went down and scored on their opening possession. Cookie Warmate, their defensive tackle, on a 4th and 1, took it 53 yards for the touchdown.
I don't think they recovered from that Cookie touchdown.
Dude,
I think they stunned him.
It was a stunning play. Mussett, near side, makes a man miss. Braden Mussett was a menace a year ago for Denton Ryan against Aledo. Here he's got the first down.
And he's so special. And just Sutton as an athlete, a guy that can start so well, and just a weapon for Coach Hennigan, as we saw him line up in the Wildcat and everyone expecting a run, but no, he passes out to Hill for a long touchdown.
Under 3 here in this first half. Ryan has 1 timeout left. Aledo has 1 timeout left. Hennigan up the middle. Mussett wide open. He will score. 59 yards. Ryan putting it on Aledo in the first half at Buchanan Stadium.
Mike Leslie, what is going on? Quinn Hennigan, I mean, this is as easy as it gets. This is routes on air right now, and all you have to do is get it into the hands of your playmaker. And I think even Braden Mussett is looking around saying, what is going on? Nobody's even close to me.
59 yards on the touchdown hookup.
Wow. Wow.
Ryan has a 3-score lead at Aledo.
Wow.
Extra point is good. It's 27-8, late second quarter.
Wow. I mean, and you go back to the play. This is just a post route right here for Braden Mussett. The cornerbacks collide, and that's imminently what happens and why Mussett is all alone to the end zone. These guys, I've seen Lamel Swanson was probably the one that had responsibility over the top for Mussett, but he completely misses it. This is a better angle of the play. Look at a little stop route, and he comes right underneath. No, these guys didn't run into each other. They just lost track of Braden Mussett. Just a complete breakdown in the secondary.
Mussett, the beneficiary. And as Ty Mays says in the YouTube comments, wow, 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 wow. Yes,
wow.
That is the state of Texas high school football at large right now, because I guarantee you everybody in every press box across the state is seeing this score and going, wait, what is happening at Aledo right now? What?
This is, I mean, that was a terrific play.
On the return here, it's Fuller. Fuller makes a man miss. Fuller's got something working here. That player from Ryan didn't realize the play was still going on. Fuller with the cutback. He picked this one up at his own 2-yard line, and he's going to take it to the house. Adrian Fuller twisting and turning and stumbling his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Aledo.
We got to get an opportunity to gather ourselves here. First of all, I need a glass of water because this is just so much back and forth. We talked about Adrian Fuller earlier. Look at this play. He catches it. He goes back into the end zone.
It was a mistake.
Yes, it
Field that ball.
It was. And he comes out. But this is the one thing that you don't want to do. The special teams coordinator is screaming, no, 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 no. And then he says, yes, yes, yes. And number 82 completely loses track of him. And what a play by Fuller, reversing course and coming right back across 102 yards. Get that man some oxygen.
DeMarcus Modester, this ball's loose on the PAT try. Nowhere to go for Aledo. So it will stay 27-14. But if we can run the kickoff return back one more time, Clay Marshall, our director, watch number 13 from Denton Ryan,
yes.
DeMarcus Modester, as Fuller backtracks, circles back the other direction. The play had taken so long by that point that Modester, I think, thought the play was over. He comes all the way to this side, nearly gets tackled, now circles back. 13's about to come into your frame. He's not even looking at the football. He thinks the play is done. And then Fuller takes it the distance and gives Aledo Heckma some life.
That is exactly what he just gave him. And Modester, like you said, thought the play was over. Modester probably thought there was going to be a holding penalty. You saw his shoulder pad is all the way up by his ear on that play. But look, we're going to give just the kudos to where you needed to go. That's Adrian Fuller. He makes this thing happen. Look at his vision and just deciding to cut back. I'm telling you, special teams coaches absolutely hate that. And Modester, he's talking to, I don't know what he's doing right there, but hey,
he thought the play was over. I don't
really
blame him for how long it had taken to that point.
What a play by number 7, Fuller.
And the kind of play that could maybe get Aledo back into this game. A surprise onside, loose at the 43-yard line. Ryan recovers. So very nearly an Aledo recovery. A player down here for the Bearcats after the play. It's Cameron Hall, one of their starting safeties.
Oh, man, this game is bananas.
We'll try and run that back for you guys one more time. Do we have it from earlier in the play, or unfortunately we don't? Okay. It is Denton Ryan football. There was a penalty in the process, a 5-yard penalty that will bring it out to the 49. So now, again, Aledo, if you're the defense, Heckma, they've got to make a stop somewhere along the way here.
No, they cannot confuse coverage. And for Denton Ryan, they get the ball at the 49-yard line. And this is a team that has been they've struck early and often here in this first half.
Handoff Reynolds. Pushing the pile. I beg your pardon, it wasn't him pushing the pile. It was the pile pushing without him.
Without him.
Give Reynolds a yard. He's only 5'8", 170, and I lost him in the midst of everybody.
He's got some pretty big guys up in front of him. That's offensive line for the Raiders, man. These some huge guys. Those bookend tackles. You can get lost behind that 6'5", 295 frame.
2nd and 8. Hennigan. Beg your pardon, it's Mussett back in there as the Wildcat quarterback. He tried to run QB draw, and Aledo was there this time to cancel it out.
Hey, so much black on Mussett, you just don't see him anymore. It's just, hey, that's what you were expecting. This is the Aledo defense, and we've seen this. We know exactly what this guy's going to do. He didn't throw the ball. What kind of new wrinkle is that you guys brought to Aledo?
It's interesting because in talking with Robbie Jones earlier this week about this matchup and about the fact that Ryan kind of threw Mussett at them last year at the last minute. They didn't know that was coming. He said last year they tried to be in base defense most of the day. He said this week, Brad McCone, their defensive coordinator, he's going to have a couple wrinkles for Dave Hennigan tonight. So far, Ryan has been up to the task. Ryan will use their final timeout here. 55 seconds left in this second period in what is a 27-14 Denton Ryan lead at Aledo. Cookie War made a 53-yard touchdown run to open the scoring on what was a 4th and 1 at Denton Ryan's own 47-yard line. They handed it off to the defensive tackle. He went right up the middle, and he went nearly untouched. 53 yards for the touchdown. Aledo drove down the field. An interception, though, by Trey Williams with 6:19 left in the first quarter on what was a ball into one-on-one coverage looking for Caden Finley. Williams won the fight, got the football. 2 plays later, though, a safety as Carson Dempsey made the tackle in the end zone on Trayvon Reynolds. It was 6-2. Aledo then added a field goal before the end of the first quarter to make it 6-5. But then here in the second quarter, 3 Denton Ryan touchdowns. Quinn heading into Trayvon Reynolds, 39 yards for the touchdown. Braden Mussett, 52 yards to Lorenzo Hall to make it 20-8. And then Hennigan to Mussett on the post, 59 yards. Mussett was running wide open over the middle of the field to make it 27-8. Adrian Fuller's 102-yard kickoff return for a touchdown brings Aledo back into it. And with 55 seconds left here in the third, out of the timeout, pressure on Hennigan, throw near side, incomplete, no flag. Mussett over there as the intended target. He and Kai Taylor fighting for position, but no penalty.
Maybe that's the wrinkle that they're talking about. Running at this offense, they bring some pressure off the edge, and that's number 35 coming barreling down. Carson Dempsey applying a little pressure, and a 4th down here for Denton Ryan. Credit this Aledo defense with getting a hold and forcing a punt. 51 seconds left here in the half.
4th down and 8. Out comes Halen Keese to punt it away for Denton Ryan. Lamel Swanson deep to return for Aledo. Bounces at the 23, bounces away from Swanson. Has to go chase it down at the 8-yard line. Makes the first 2 men miss, but run out of bounds at the 15.
39 seconds left here until half. Tell you what, for Gavin Beard, this young quarterback, man, he needs something to lift him up right now. This defense, this offense, again, they sputtered at time, and you mentioned it. They have a bunch of replacements there in the offensive line, and maybe that's, making this offense a little disjointed. But, man, they've got to find a way here to get this offense going and get the ball into their playmakers' hands. They're having the hardest time feeding Caden Finley.
They will take over at their own 17 if they could get Finley in space. He's a threat to score from anywhere on the football field, but they really haven't been able, Heckma, to get him unlocked too much tonight. Guillory on the handoff.
Big game.
Good burst here from Guillory, still on his feet, nearly broke loose of all of it. Out to the 35-yard line. Now Aledo's got cause to hurry things up.
You see them rush back to the line of scrimmage as the clock starts.
Beard will spike it immediately. 26 seconds left here in the second quarter. Again, Aledo will have the football to start the third quarter, so any points here at all would be a big win for the Bearcats to get them back in touch.
Well, they would love to get the split right here, Mike. Get some points before the end of the first half and score to start the second half, and boy, they will be back in this game and right like rain if they can get that done.
2nd and 10 from their own 35. Beard fires. Finley able to get out of bounds.
They say he's in bounds. Okay. Get him out of bounds. Great play.
$2,200 of you with us right now on the WFA YouTube channel. We appreciate you being with us tonight. Please download the WFA Plus app to your television as well. Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV all have the WFA Plus app. You can download and watch right there on your television. 3rd down and 2. Beard. Time. Flushed forward, he's going to take off and try and run for it. Ashton Choice there again. Ashton Choice has been the bugaboo anytime Gavin Beard has tried to run. 10 seconds in the period, and Aledo's going to let him expire.
And I'm telling
Fourth down.
Ashton Choice has been the spy on Gavin Beard. We've seen this twice already, but look at that closing speed by Ashton Choice.
Aledo had a timeout, elected not to use it, and to the locker rooms they go. This is not a normal position for the Aledo Bearcats. Heckma Harrison down 2 scores at halftime on their home field.
No, not the way that they drew it up, and definitely not what they thought that they would have this kind of dogfight. Not that they underestimated Denton Ryan at all, but the way that these guys have come out in the first quarter and basically just hit them in the mouth. Aledo has to respond. They would have liked to have come away from this first half with some points, but bigger than that, they've got to respond when they get the ball to start the third quarter.
27-14, Denton Ryan with the lead at halftime. 27-14, our halftime score here in Aledo. Let's show you the highlights of how we got to this point, because it has been a wild football game so far here in Aledo. Denton Ryan on a 4th and 1, handing it off to the big defensive tackle, Cookie Warmate. And Heckma, he went 53 for the touchdown and stunned Aledo.
I said give that man some oxygen, but he didn't look like he was tired at all. The way that he was holding that ball like a loaf of bread. Cookie, not his brother, scampers for that 53-yard gain.
He carried the ball some for him last year as well. Here looking like Walter Payton just palming the football down the field, and it was 6-0 Denton Ryan. Aledo would drive down the field, but then get intercepted. Ryan had it in their own end zone and couldn't get it out of the end zone. Carson Dempsey made the tackle on Trayvon Reynolds. 2 points on the board for Aledo.
Yeah, Trey Williams gets the interception down in their own territory, but it backs them up in the end zone. They're trying to get out there, and they are starving to make a play.
Then this. Hennigan to Trayvon Reynolds for the touchdown. The 39-yard hookup, 13-5 Ryan, early second quarter.
Yeah, this is one of those plays that you see up front. What I want to point out is just how well this play was blocked up. And I tell you what, the offensive coordinator on the other side for Denton Ryan, they have been dialing it up all game long.
They continue to dial it up here. They brought Braden Mussett out, usually their Wildcat quarterback, and had him throw it to Lorenzo Hill, who went 52.
Oh, they caught everybody sleeping right there. You're thinking Braden Mussett is in the game. It's going to be a Wildcat run, but it isn't. He gets it out to Lorenzo Hill, and look at Hill walking the dog. It looks like everybody else is running backwards.
20-8 was the lead for Denton Ryan at that point, and they would add to it. Wide open, streaking over the middle is Braden Mussett. Hennigan hits him. 59 yards for the touchdown. It was 27-8 Denton Ryan here in Aledo.
The game ball right now in the first half is going to go to Braden Mussett. This is a wonderful route. He runs a stop route on the outside, and then he goes to the post. No one is with him. He is scot-free into the end zone.
But then there was this. Adrian Fuller from his own end zone on the kickoff return right after that Mussett touchdown catch, giving Aledo some life. 102 yards on the kickoff return for a touchdown.
He probably covered 150 yards on that play, zigzagging back and forth across the field, and they blocked that up for him well. But I tell you what, that play was 100% Adrian Fuller.
That made it 27-14. This was an unbelievable play by Adrian Fuller, and that would at least give Aledo an opportunity here, Heckma, to make something happen in the second half, as they will have the ball to start the second half. Take a look at the stats to this point. Through 2 quarters worth of action between Denton Ryan and Aledo. 27-14 there, your score. Quinn Hennigan having himself a night. 10 for 11, a $152 and 2 touchdowns, and they have more than doubled Aledo's yardage output so far.
Yeah, they're picking them apart. I think where you're most surprised at is in the passing game right now for Aledo. They're just not able to get into any type of rhythm with getting the ball to Caden Finley. We've seen him show some of his frustration because this defense, they are really frustrating this guy. They're double teaming him. They have guys underneath, and when they finally get an opportunity, Gavin Beard does, to get the ball to him, the ball is coming in a little bit short. So this second half is going to be very important. Next 24 minutes, very important to the Aledo Bearcats.
We are ready for the second half. The two top 5A teams in Texas, head to head, trying to decide who is the best team in 5A D1. Aledo with the ball to start the second half. On the return, out close to midfield is Lincoln Tubbs, and Aledo will start from there.
Yeah, trying to get it out to plus territory, but this is a team that has to answer.
Aledo, the preeminent football program in all of Texas high school football, the dynasty, the juggernaut. No one has ever done it better than Aledo has. 12 state championships, working on right now what they hope is a third different three-peat. They went 9, 10, 11. They went 18, 19, 20. They've now gone 22, 23, and they're hoping for 24. And yet, down 2 scores on their home field as we start the third quarter. Quickly to the air, nearly intercepted. In and out of the hands of Jackson Dozier.
I think Jackson Dozier's just sitting there at the linebacker position trying to figure out what is going on. The ball's coming directly out, and man, they're lucky to be able to get that one back.
So it will stay Aledo possession. Beard has looked solid tonight.
Yeah.
Taking over for Hoss Haney, certainly a tough spot, big shoes to fill, but he has looked sharp tonight. Here over the middle, nice catch by Caden Finley, all hands catch. That's an all-world receiver right there, and it's a first down for Aledo.
And all you got to do is just, I mean, such a big catch radius for this kid, Caden Finley. You put it into his hands, and man, a little bit further out, and this kid may be able to walk away for a bigger gain, but bigger than that, they just move the chains and stay on the field.
First and 10 at the 39. Finley, the 4-star prospect with 29 offers this year. Instead of staying at the X all game long, they're moving him around in that F slot position to try and get him loose. Guillory on the carry, has the corner, and close to another first down. It looks like he'll have it.
Yeah, got to keep battling. You see Guillory right now. He's just bending this play out. They're trying to keep him on the edge. Errol West doesn't do a good job right there. He gets caught up in the wash, but Racine Guillory, and a guy that we saw in the first half needing to make more of an impact in this game.
They go quickly here, and it's Guillory again looking for space, crashing his way inside the 20, and another first down.
I don't know what was said at halftime, but this Bearcats offense has come out with a little bit more pep in their step, Mike.
They're looking sharp, and they're playing with a little more pace here too, Heckma, in this opening minute and change of the third quarter. Timeout on the field. An official's timeout. There is a player down for the Denton Ryan Raiders.
Looks like that's number 23, Ashton Choice, the linebacker that we've talked about him plenty in this game, and the tackles that he's made against Gavin Beard. When Gavin Beard has tried to escape the pocket, he's typically run into number 23. And it's a pretty hot, humid night to start things, but that looks like a calf cramp right there.
Yeah, hotter than what you'd expect for the first Friday in October. A steamy night here in Aledo, and Ashton Choice feeling the effects of that. What do you feel like Aledo needs to do? We've already seen some good signs from them here early in this third quarter. But Heckma, what do they need to do to make this comeback?
Racine Guillory, they have to make sure that this running game is effective. You see this Denton Ryan defense, they're not respecting this rush enough. These guys are hanging back in their zones and trying to undercut and not allow Caden Finley to victimize them. But when Racine Guillory is getting those chunk yardage, they have to relegate those linebackers to play and be disciplined and play assignment alignment. Look, this running game is going to really open up everything for the Bearcats. They have to continue to ride it.
First and 10 at the 17. Quickly into the red zone goes Aledo, and it's Guillory again. This time the defensive front up to the task, and I believe a flag was thrown in there at the feet of the defense as well.
Yeah, that comes out, and you know, guys on the other side for Aledo is pointing the other way. Maybe this is a penalty against the Ryan Raiders, which would be big if it's a face mask. And that's exactly what it is. And boy, that changes everything.
A half the distance to the goal penalty,
Wow.
says Jim Davis. It will be 1st and goal at the 8.5-yard line. Matthew R. in the YouTube comments says, Aledo takeover. Can they? Guillory into a wall. And that wall has a name, and it's Cookie Warmate.
I mean, this guy Cookie's doing it all, okay? He's running for touchdowns, but look at him use his big body inside. Well, really, Guillory runs into the back of his offensive lineman, number 65. Nowhere to go right there. Chase Anderson kind of clogging things up for his running back.
Yeah, Warmate was there to make the tackle, but the wall actually was Chase Anderson, the center. 2nd and goal, but now from the 11, a loss of 3 on the play. Beard to the air, over the middle, Finley, touchdown.
Nothing you can do about this kid. Finley, look, I cannot wait to see the replay. They said they move him around, but that slant, nobody there to get a hand on him. Brian Simmons can't do anything but catch the bus, which is Caden Finley.
The 11-yard touchdown hookup, and it is a 1-score game again. There was a roughing the passer penalty afterward. They will apply the 15-yard penalty on the kickoff. I'm just going to say now what I said last week. When you get a 15-yard penalty applied to a kickoff and you are kicking off from plus territory, why not kick an onside kick?
Okay.
Just a thought.
Eventually, Mike, you're going to say it enough where you're going to be right. Oh.
Extra
Clutch.
point is through, nearly blocked, but it is 27-21. Beard to Finley on the 11-yard hookup. Just 2 minutes and 6 seconds into the 3rd quarter. It's back down to a 1-score game. It was 27-8 at one point, Heckma.
Well, talk about this team coming out of halftime with a little bit of pep in this step. From the moment that they received the ball on the kickoff, that offense took the field, and it was snappy. These guys are getting right back to the line of scrimmage. Racine Guillory is the reason why on those first downs, on those long thirds, he just continued to generate those first downs for this team. This is exactly what they needed, but also they need for Gavin Beard to just get in the pocket of this offense, get into some type of rhythm. And you saw right there when they got down to the goal line, they were not looking to go anywhere else but to Caden Finley.
They will kick off from the plus 45.
Here it comes.
I'm just saying.
Here it comes, Mike.
If you kick an onside kick, the requisite 10 yards,
Mike.
That's the 35-yard line. That's not that bad a field position to give up, and you give yourself a chance to go steal a possession when you were down 3 scores and now you're just down a touchdown. And they will.
No way.
And they will.
Oh,
and it's
God.
recovered by Denton Ryan. Denton Ryan pounces on top of it. It's recovered by Jordan Washington. But thank you, Robbie Jones and special teams coordinator Dustin Lloyd for at least doing, like, to me, it's just, why not? Because even though they did recover it, okay, it's 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. Did you really give up that much? And you had a chance there. You were like 7-on-1 to recover that football. Ryan's lucky to get that ball.
Boy, Dallas Gates, he gets down on a knee, not to propose, but to get that onside kick. He needed that one badly. That was a crazy bounce on that ball.
So back to work goes Denton Ryan, and undercut immediately is Jose Melendez. Chase Wilburn on the tackle, and he let him know it.
Yes, he did. And I tell you what, Chase Wilburn, he is not fooled by this. As you see, Melendez coming over around underneath. Way to trail and make that tackle. I tell you what, this kid, Jose Melendez, big body as well, 6'2", 235.
And now we've got another Ryan Raider down after the play. He's surrounded by trainers right now. I think it is Melendez, the big tight end who just made the catch. He's the one who had the touchdown reception a year ago here on this field to give Denton Ryan a 19-17 lead in the 4th quarter.
It's good to see him get up. See, the tackle was around his legs, but he was able to get his legs out from under. Looked like it just maybe landed on the shoulder.
He did land hard.
Big kid, though, 6'2", 235. So
they really like his versatility, too. They can have him be in line and block. They can have him get out, split out wide like a wide receiver and run pass patterns. They love what he can do. 2nd down and 13 after that play lost a few yards. Hennigan over the middle on a line to Lorenzo Hill, 1st down.
Man, it is so hard to stay with Lorenzo Hill. Look at that speed on this route. Hennigan just has to put it in front of him, and the separation that he has there. Adrian Fuller is just trying to make up the difference, trailing the speedster.
I've been impressed by Quinn Hennigan's ability to move the ball around, find his open targets, make plays in the passing game. He had just 1 incompletion in the first half of this game. He'll throw near side for Mussett. Mussett lunges forward for 4.
Yeah, and just the difference here for the Aledo defense, having to keep everything in front of them. They saw those big plays in the first half. This guy in Mussett, and he was running away from these DBs. The attention to detail here in the second half, these guys have got to keep this offense in front of them and get them down on the ground when they get a tackle.
2,400 of you with us right now on the WFA YouTube pass. That's tipped in the air and incomplete. With his hands on it was Aledo's Carson Dempsey, and it's going to be 3rd down and 6.
Boy, that's a big fella right there, Carson Dempsey, and it pays to be 6'3", 225. Got those long arms, able to get it up, get those arms up and bat that ball down from Hennigan.
GWAP TV in the YouTube comment says Aledo wins by 7. They're down 6 right now, but a chance for their defense to get another stop. Can Quinn Hennigan make something happen here? Motion man is Reynolds. Hennigan tipped to the line of scrimmage and incomplete.
The second time in a row that they're getting a tip ball on Hennigan, and Aledo is letting them know about it. That's number 42 in the middle of that defense. Chirping at these guys, man, but how about that, getting the hand up? That is 43, Jackson
Richter, and he was letting them know.
Yeah.
We have seen this Aledo defense. We saw it a little bit from Dempsey. We saw it a little bit from Chase Wilburn after he made the tackle on Melendez. There is a little bit of something going on with this Aledo defense, and they're making sure Denton Ryan knows that the comeback is already underway. Fair catch called for and made by Lamel Swanson. Aledo takes over with an opportunity to take the lead for the first time since early in the 2nd quarter.
A lot of history at stake right now for the Bearcats, and they have the weight of that on their back right now. And these young men have come out of halftime, and they are playing like a team possessed. Just a difference. It's a different set of guys have come out here in these black uniforms here in the second half.
1st and 10 at the 13 as Gavin Beard, the junior quarterback, leads him out on the field, replacing Hoss Haney, the 2-year starter who is now at TCU. Beard came up through the ranks with Caden Finley. The two of them have a really good rapport, and we've seen that start to reveal itself here in this second half. Quick throw to Burdine. Give him 3.
Yeah, I'm going to call that a run and play. Just a quick out right there to Burdine, just allowing your wide receiver to create on the outside. And a great ball, and again, Burdine just having to get upfield and get some positive yardage. This is going to be a magnificent drive for the Bearcats if they're able to cap this off with the score.
GD 3D plays in the YouTube comments says the comeback is not happening. 2,500 of you with us right now on the WFA YouTube channel. Handoff Guillory. Look at him making people miss. Racine Guillory out the back door and a 1st down.
Oh, what a jump cut right there by number 1. Oh my God, that is amazing. Look at this jump cut in the middle. 1, 2. Oh man, I'm out of my spat up here. My shoe just fell off. What a cut.
Zaire Heiler went, where'd he go?
Racine Guillory He is over that PCL, and you can, man, when you're making cuts like that, you back.
He had a PCL injury in the state quarterfinals last year, had to get surgery late in December after the season was done. Here he goes again. Big seam for Guillory. Cuts back across midfield. Guillory into Denton Ryan territory. First down, Aledo.
What did I tell you, Mike? You've got to get behind this running game because this Denton Ryan defense just hasn't been respecting it. Man, he makes a cut right there in the middle of the field. Brian Simmons has to reverse course because Guillory, man, I'm telling you, the burst is there, the cuts are there. Man, just bring that speed back. This kid last year, he tore up 5A, but the way that he runs, his running style is just abusive. And this is a great start to the second half for the Bearcats. And Racine Guillory is making the difference.
Robbie Jones told us earlier this week, he said, we saw a little bit of Racine looking like Racine against Lancaster, but they haven't really seen it yet this year. Look at Caden Finley make a man miss. He's got another Aledo first down. He said, we saw a little bit of Guillory where, oh, hey, that's the Racine that we know against Lancaster, but it had been hard to find. That series of jump cuts you highlighted a moment ago, that's Racine Guillory getting back to being himself.
And I think as a coach, you just want to, you don't want to bring a guy back too fast. You don't want him to injure himself again, but you just want to see glimpses of the old player that he used to be. I think right now, this is that game where you got to say, man, this guy's not favoring any of it. He is back and he is running downhill.
It's 1st and 10 at the 22 for Aledo. They've already cut the lead to 6. Denton Ryan shifts the defensive line, and this time they get to Guillory.
Yeah, you got to do that, and that's the. I'm gonna start calling him the Cookie Monster. Warmate, man, he is. I tell you what, the penetration that he's getting on this offensive line, they're having a hard time dealing with this guy up front. 5'11", 240. Again, he is the trash can full of dirt. Built, a guy that you're just gonna have a hard time moving out of the middle of the field. They got to make sure they get a hat on that guy. Otherwise, number 5 is going to cancel Christmas.
2nd down and 10. Midway point of quarter number 3 in a 6-point game. Beard, end zone shot. 1-on-1, knocked away, but a flag. Face guarding is going to be called on the Denton Ryan defender as they look deep for Jamal Hollister.
Jamal Hollister. He had a step. That ball is coming a little late and behind, but doing a great job showing his hands late and forcing the defender to run into him.
Zaire Heiler, the one who's going to get flagged here for pass interference. Still some discussion here, but our field judge, Odell McGee, communicating to Jim Davis. Yes, indeed, it is pass interference. It will be 1st and goal at the 7 for Aledo.
Talked about Gavin Beard being in the pocket. A guy that he just needs to calm his nerves down. We saw him the last time he got down in the red zone. He threw an interception. Now is not the time for it. Lead this team.
Guillory. Snowed under down at the 6.
You know where I'm going right now.
2.
All day long. Twice on Sunday. I mean, they are having a look, in open field, you can do things by putting a safety over the top, things like that. But look, the field gets shorter when you get down into this area, and look what they got him split all the way out up top.
1-on-1, top of the formation. Instead, the handoff goes to Guillory, and he'll make his way in. Touchdown, Aledo. Tied at 27 after they trailed by 19, an extra point away from leading on their home field.
Hey, maybe I'm wrong. That's why I'm up here in the booth with you and not calling plays. But I tell you what, this Racine Guillory, I've been calling it the entire game, that when you get behind this running game and you're able to crack the code to that Denton Ryan defense, boy, does that make a difference. Mike, game on.
27 all, a 6-yard touchdown run by Racine Guillory. Extra point is through.
Wow.
Aledo leads for the first time today with 5:21 in the 3rd.
And that noise that you just heard is the crowd erupting here in Tim Buchanan Stadium. Am I saying it right? Is it Buchanan? Help me out here so we
So
don't
I
get
have
in any
had
more trouble.
I have had some people even tonight get in the YouTube comments, get at me on Twitter. You're saying Tim Buchanan's name wrong. It's Buchanan. I promise you, we have in the WFA sports department had this discussion ad nauseum, and we have called Coach Buchanan about exactly this issue, because we did the Denton Ryan Aledo game 2 years ago, and I'm calling him Buchanan, as I was told to by Paul Melton, our high school producer, back in 2015 when I first got to town, because he said, Tim Buchanan said, you pronounce it Buchanan. And then even some of the assistant coaches from Aledo told me that night 2 years ago, yeah, no, it's Buchanan. I'm like, what? I've been doing it wrong for 6 years? So finally we call Coach Buck, let's call him for the moment in this story, on like Monday of the following week and say, okay, can you sort this out for us? He said, well, I don't know that I can. Another little surprise onside here. Fair catch called for. Ball's loose. Denton Ryan football. Oh, my.
Whew. Blood's in the water.
You are not kidding, my man. So to quickly put a bow on this story, we called Coach Buck. Another look here at the onside kick. Eventually pounced on by Denton Ryan. Martin got on top of it, the sophomore. And he said, well, my wife says Buchanan, but I say Buchanan. We're like, hang on a second. You guys can't even decide how to pronounce your own last name? So I promise you, to the folks out in Aledo, they're like, you're saying it wrong, you're saying it wrong. Coach Buck told us he says Buchanan, but his wife says Buchanan. To me, that says there is no wrong answer, but if Coach Buck says Buchanan, I'm going to say Buchanan.
We got a game here at Coach Buck Stadium, okay? How about that?
Coach Buck Stadium works just fine for me.
Can't mess that up.
By the way, Denton Ryan has themselves some questions right now. How, Heckma Harrison, do they respond to what is all of a sudden an avalanche coming right at them?
Settle their nerves and get back to what got them here. Get behind this running game, but find number 2. They have a number 2 of their own and a number 3.
Lorenzo Hill made a nice catch there. Made something out of nothing. He didn't have a whole lot of running room, and he's able to pick up 5.
You talk about a guy that was looking at some lost yards, and that was all number 3, Lorenzo Hill, making something out of nothing. Look at this, man. The blocker on the outside, they just continue to drive for him. Number 19, Raymond Smith. But, man, number 3, that is awesome. But here comes 3rd down again.
Who can get off the field on 3rd down? Which defense is going to be able to do that more tonight? Aledo with a chance right here. Motion man is Warmate. They're going to swing it out to him. Warmate, can he make a man miss? He does! Warmate spins his way close to midfield. He's going to be short of the line to gain, though.
Nemo Warmate, man, this kid, man, he is just continuing to battle. Look at this shot he takes from number 23. How he keeps his feet after Cameron Hall lowers the boom on him. But, Mike, this is a big 4th down.
We saw Denton Ryan go for it on a 4th and 1 around this spot of the field to start the game. And Cookie Warmate took it 53 for a touchdown. What will they do here? They need 2. Power eye set. They fumbled the football. Warmate fumbled the football. No matter who recovered it, it's a Aledo ball.
Listen to this crowd. Oh, my God. Oh, man. Don't tell me this streak doesn't mean anything, because these guys are playing all out. They have come out of the locker room. I don't know who these new guys are, but, man, they are. I like them.
122 district wins in a row for the Aledo Bearcats, spanning all the way back to 2007. They trailed this game 27-8. They've scored 20 points straight since then. Winkfield taken down by Ashton Choice back in the field after we saw him dinged up earlier.
And you just see that speed from Ashton Choice. You love linebackers that come downhill like that, the kind that can straight use leverage, make tackles. They have some great linebackers on the other side for the Ryan Raiders. Ashton Choice, Dillon, Arkansas. I was just joking with Coach Hennigan. I said, man, it seems like you keep an Arkansas on your team.
DJ Arkansas was terrific. Dillon Arkansas might be even better. Handoff here up the middle for Guillory. Spins his way. Ball came out at the end.
They'll mark him down. They're going to say he was down, but the ball did come out there. Boy, was that close. Spinning around.
Oh, it definitely came out. But I think he got back on top of it. Yeah, Guillory recovered it himself at the bottom of that pile.
It's so weird. That football, it does some weird things. Sometimes it'll bounce away from you, and sometimes it'll bounce right back to you.
Matthew R. in the YouTube comments says Aledo smells blood. Wingfield, space, Wingfield out the back door, inside the 20, Caden Wingfield crashing his way inside the 5, first and goal.
This game is out of control. Caden Wingfield, he is off the tackle right there, and look at the block set up. Number 20, oh my God, he whips on it. Freeman Wade on the outside does not keep contained. And Wingfield looks like he is running straight to the pylon for a score. 2 minutes, 12 seconds left. I am just beside myself with the way that this game is going.
First and goal, Aledo at the 3. Guillory. The pile pushes back. What do you do right now if you're Dave Hennigan and Denton Ryan?
You know, they've got it right now. They're in the blender, and a lot of times defensively, when you have a team in front of you where that everything is clicking for them, you got to find a way to get some stops. You got to get back to what you did in the first half. Don't allow for Caden Finley to victimize you, but up front, you're so good. You haven't allowed a rushing attack like this all season long. Just calm down.
Wildcat, Guillory plunging forward, and he's in. Touchdown, Racine Guillory, his second in a row.
I can tell you this, it's better said than done. And when you got a running back in front of you like Racine Guillory, look at him put his head down and just run through the chest of these defenders. And that is Dillon Arkansas that he just pushes into the end zone. And we know that Dillon Arkansas is a great linebacker.
Extra point, nearly blocked again, but up and through. It started with Adrian Fuller, the 102-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, and Aledo has scored 4 straight times to lead 35-27 late third quarter on Friday Night Football. The 12-yard touchdown.
Catch a live broadcast of every play of the biggest high school football games. Next week, Duncanville at DeSoto.
Stream the broadcast free.
Next Friday night at 7 on WFAA+.
If you have it, pop it to me at some point. I'll try and get it up. Unbelievable. It was 27-8 in favor of Denton Ryan late in the second quarter of this football game. 2:47 on the clock in the second quarter. Just a little over a quarter later, it's 35-27 Aledo.
We talked about it from a strategy standpoint going into half when they were not able to pull out any points, how imperative it was coming out to begin the third quarter to get some scores up. They've done more than that, man. They have scored on every single drive. Defensively, they've answered the bell, got to stop there on 4th down. Right now, on the other side for Denton Ryan, they just got to be like, look, what just happened? Let's find a way to get our feet back up under us and look, have some respect for ourselves and completely ball the way that we did in that first half, because look, this is championship level.
Fair catch was called for. It will be Denton Ryan football at the 30.
But just to finish my thought, this is championship level football, talking about these two teams that, hey, they have to continue to win, and everybody in the state thinks that this is just going to be, like you said, the appetizer for what's going to come later. These guys are going to see each other again. And my God, what a game.
So once again, Denton Ryan facing a now what situation. How do you respond to the onslaught that Aledo has put together over the course of the last 13 minutes of this football game? Warm 8, nowhere to go.
Well, they're trying to get behind Ty Haywood, and you see him coming out. He's pulling on the counter, but this defense for the Bearcats, they are following big number 70. They know if they come right off of his hip pocket, they're going to find the running back, and they do exactly that, and they get a stop.
No gain on the play. It was Reynolds on the carry. 4 wides for Hennigan. On play action over the middle, it's intercepted. Picked off underneath. At the bottom of the pile with the interception for Aledo is Owen Henderson.
Owen Henderson has said right there, Quinn, I am sick of that throw. I've seen you make it way too many times. You're going to Lorenzo Hill, and I'm going to stop you. Not going to allow it one more time.
The mystique
What a
of
read.
Aledo is real.
Big fella, I see you, Owen Henderson, showing some emotion. He just made a heck of a play. And I'm telling you right here, Mike, if Aledo scores, this is what you'll call busting the game wide open.
1st and 10 at the 37. Winkfield falling on top of him is Denton Ryan's Trayvon Bates. Yeah, this feels like for Denton Ryan, you have to make a stop here to stay in the football game.
Yeah, they're on their heels right now. And, you know, look, they had an answer for Caden Finley. They were riding guys. They had guys underneath them, guys over the top, double teaming them. They came out of that single safety high. Now you see more of a 2 safety high look. That's basically saying, look, we got to keep it all in front of us right now. These guys are getting behind us defensively.
They will let the 3rd quarter clock expire. To the 4th we go. This game has been tied, or Denton Ryan has led in the 4th each of the last 2 years. Aledo holds the advantage as we head to the final period on Friday Night Football.
WFAA has a legacy of changing the system.
Most recently, we did a story on ankle monitors and how they don't work, and how criminals are committing crimes with ankle monitors. And yeah, there's legislative change coming.
Our 2-year investigation caught the attention of state representatives. Now, it's a crime to cut off ankle monitors.
I want people to see things that we need to hold people accountable for.
Right now in Terrell and in Dallas, your heat index is 107. Everyone in McKinney is dead. It's hot in McKinney. We'll fix that.
Possibly the most loved and hated man in North Texas. Whatever the weather brings, we bring the Delcus.
Next week on Friday Night Football, we called this the game of the year. This is the game of the year in 5A. This one on your screen is the game of the year, period.
Yeah.
Duncanville, DeSoto. This one was also number 1 and number 2 in the state rankings preseason. DeSoto has fallen to 4. They're lost to North Crowley, who, by the way, is the hottest team on the planet right now.
Period.
Duncanville, DeSoto, next week right here on WFA+. Man, these
Yeah.
first 2 weeks of October, buddy, we are spoiled rotten.
Oh, it took the words right out of my mouth. Spoiled rotten, as a matter of fact, man. When you get two teams like this facing off week in and week out, and, man, we got an opportunity to see North Crowley, and I'm telling you what, they are the real deal. There's a lot of good things going on out there, but you cannot forget about Duncanville and DeSoto. That every time these two teams hook up, man, it is a movie, and the lead up to this is going to be enough. Last year, it almost didn't happen for us, man. We had weather delays. We had all kinds of stuff. We had Mike's
World Series.
Hey, we had Mike's pink eye, world famous pink eye.
3rd and 8 and a timeout prior to 3rd and 8 here called by Aledo. That's their first timeout taken second half. Ryan still has all 3.
What a game. What a game. These guys are taking the time out here, and I think for both of these teams, you know, they're really close going into the fourth quarter, and it's going to be who dominates this fourth quarter. Obviously, who's going to win this game imminently.
Let's bring it back to last year. On this field, Aledo jumped out in this game 17-0. Devon Keys with a touchdown run here, 17-0 Bearcats on their home field. Ryan came all the way back in this game to lead 19-17. This run here by Braden Mussett started the comeback. He ran for another touchdown to make it 17-12, and then this touchdown pass over the middle here to Jose Melendez made it 19-17. Denton Ryan late in the fourth, but Hoss Haney, the superstar quarterback for Aledo, on a 3rd and 11 with a $1:35 to play, went 57 yards for the touchdown to win it for the Bearcats and keep that 122 game district win streak alive. Now it's at 122. It was a little less than that a year ago this time. Who's going to play hero today for Aledo? Guillory's been a big answer to that question in this second half. He's got the 2 touchdown runs to give them the lead and build the lead, but he can't convert here on 3rd down and 8. It's 4th and 3. Will Aledo go for it here? Kind of no man's land. It looks like they will.
Yeah, they are, and they don't even think about it. They keep that offense out there, but what you dial up is going to be even more important. I think Racine Guillory, it looked like he had an opportunity to get to the sticks. Great job by that defense of knowing where the markers were and getting him down on the ground.
4th down and 3. Can Denton Ryan's defense get a stop? Aledo's got to get to the 27 for a first down. Timeout Bearcats again.
Oh, they want to think about this. They want to think about it, and this is a gigantic 4th down here for Aledo.
We showed you Aledo's first state championship back in 1998. Let's show you their most recent title. Just about 9 months ago. They put it on Smithson Valley. Hawk Patrick Daniels with the touchdown run here. Aledo took the lead for good, and Hoss Haney put on a show. Hits Caden Finley for a long touchdown here. Later, he'd have another deep ball touchdown pass to Colton McCoy. Aledo cruises 51-8, the final over Smithson Valley to claim their 12th state title in program history. And while we're at it, let's show you Denton Ryan's most recent title, because this 2020 Denton Ryan team still might be the best single team I think I've seen in my 8 or 9 years here in North Texas. This team was ridiculous. Seth Hennigan, deep ball there to Billy Bowman, and it was the defense. It was the defense for this team that was so unbelievable. Garyon Robinson had the pick here. And then real quick, if we can hang with this for another couple seconds before they come out of the timeout, this play by Ty Marsh was unbelievable, ripping the ball free. Let's bring it back here. It's 4th down. Aledo going to the air, end zone shot, and overshooting the intended target. Blake Burdine, it's incomplete. Denton Ryan makes the stop that they had to come up with. The Ryan defense makes the play.
But that is the right call right there to Blake Burdine. They try and catch him on that corner route. Man, great job by Brian Simmons undercutting it and just not giving Gavin Beard enough cushion or enough room to get that one in. If he got that into Burdine, he would have been dropping a dime.
So Denton Ryan finally gets a stop here. Can their offense do something with it? It is still just a one-score game. 10:31 in the fourth, starting at their own 31. Hennigan, deep shot. He's got Mussett behind the defense. It was knocked away at the last moment. Good job to recover and make the play by Adrian Fuller.
Boy, Adrian Fuller, when he goes to sleep tonight, boy, he needs to say his prayers, because this is a ball that Braden Mussett shows his hands, and I don't know if he's looking at the reflection on the visor from Mussett, but man, how he knew to get his hands up underneath that at the last minute is beyond me. Great job right there by number 7, Adrian Fuller.
2nd and 10. Hennigan to Mussett again. This time he makes the catch. 4 black jerseys surround him. A gain of 4.
But that's who you got to ride, man. This kid, Braden Mussett, right now, I mean, I got to put the ball in his hands. Even if I got to move him back to quarterback and put him in the Wildcat, I just need him as a viable weapon right now.
3rd and 6. They've got to get to the 41. The Aledo crowd getting loud. Blitz off the edge, coming right at Hennigan. Steps up to evade it. Hennigan hammered after a gain of 3, and it's 4th down. Chase Wilburn there to make the stop.
Boy, Chase Wilburn, he is not fooled. He knows. He's look, if I'm going to respect somebody's speed, it's not going to be number 9. And my God, try and get down. You don't want to get Hennigan hurt in a game like this, but what a shot. Yikes.
And Denton Ryan will have to punt it away. Halen Keese back to punt it. Lamel Swanson to return for Aledo. Denton Ryan with basically a defensive set, staying eyes up for a potential fake, but they do punt it away. Fair catch made by Swanson right at the 30-yard strike.
Boy, this is, how about the back and forth right now defensively? Both of these teams, their defenses are standing up, getting some stops right now. I think for Aledo, man, this offense, they came out in the 3rd quarter and they were just like they were hot. Not being able to get any stops on the other side for Denton Ryan, because they had everything firing and clicking on all cylinders. This offense looked to be getting behind Racine Guillory, and his running ability and legs have just led everything in the 3rd quarter. Denton Ryan getting some stops here, making them think about going some different directions. This 4th quarter is so important.
Low snap, handoff, goes nowhere. Brady Powell on the carry, able to fall forward for 2.
Got to give him credit for that, falling forward for 2. It looked like he was going to take a big loss on that play. And I'm looking for Guillory. All right, is he in the backfield?
They've got Wingfield out there right now alongside Gavin Beard. Play action over the middle. What a catch by Caden Finley. 1st down.
This kid has some incredible hands. Incredible hands.
That is the son of a former NFL player. Jermichael Finley's kid, and my goodness, that is a hands catch.
That is. And you know what? We make a lot of it. When you see a kid that comes in and he has that pedigree and the DNA, dad's played in the NFL, you kind of, you compare the kid to the dad. Caden Finley is making his own name out here, man. This kid has his own thing going on. Great hands, great speed, great playmaking ability.
Wingfield getting to the outside, breaking tackles. Another 1st down run into Denton Ryan territory. This Raiders defense is looking tired.
Yeah, and for the first time, Mike, they have started to look tired, and they're looking like this depleted offensive line for the Bearcats are starting to wear on them a little bit.
1st and 10 at the 42. 27-8, Denton Ryan. Feels like an eternity ago.
When did that happen?
Only 17 minutes worth of game time ago. Up the middle, Wingfield stood up, then pushes forward again. Give him 8 on the carry.
Man, hard to stop this running game. And again, we came in, we're talking about all the substitutions on that offensive line. This looks like the starting five to me. You know how hard it is to get 5 guys that haven't played together to look this in sync in this type of football game. This is amazing the way that these guys have kind of curtailed and covered up some of their mistakes that they were making in the first half.
Clock has ticked down under 7 minutes to play. Wingfield again, big hole, first down, inside the 30.
Great play design, and what do the Bearcats do? They run away from the pressure. Look at the pressure coming right here in the A-gap, and they go right to it. Man, this is, I say run away from it. They ran right at the pressure. They covered it up for a big gain, and what does it do? It moves the chains for another Bearcat first down.
1st and 10 at the 27, and that clock continues to bleed. Wingfield, they are just riding him. Give him 2 on the carry.
This defense, again, as you talked about, guys are starting to get up off of the pile a little bit. That's when you could tell the defense is slowing down a little bit, or guys are getting tired. How they get up off of that pile. They're not hopping up like they were in that first half.
Second and 7. They've got to get to the 17 for a first down. To the air, miscommunication. Burdine cut the route off. It'll be 3rd down.
I think it's good coverage on the outside as well. Number 1, Trey Williams just wouldn't let him out of that route. That's putting clamps down on the guy that's trying to get to the outside. This is just hands-on defense. He puts his hands behind his back like, I'm handcuffing this guy.
The game of the year in 5A has lived up to the hype. 3rd down and 7. Can Denton Ryan get a stop?
Oh, we get jumping on the left side over here. Who are they going to call that on?
Warmate's trying to say that it's a false start, and the line judge agrees.
Oh. Talk about shooting yourself in the foot right there on the 3rd down.
Mark from Dallas in the YouTube chat says Bearcat O-line is winning the game right now in this second half. We have seen them move bodies, and again, to your point, this is a unit that is tossed all around. Guys out of position, guys filling in for players that have been hurt in the last couple of weeks. Amari Dinboo and Cody Cartwright both dealing with injury, and yet they have moved bodies and created running lanes for Racine Guillory and Caden Wingfield. 3rd and a dozen now, though. To the air they go. Pressure on Beard. He scampers away, flips it forward to Guillory. Guillory's going to have the first down and then some. Racine Guillory will score. Touchdown, Aledo. An unbelievable play by Gavin Beard.
Just the way you draw it up. Gavin Beard just going by the playbook. He flips this ball out. Look at these guys give him an opportunity. He's reading this defense. He sees Racine Guillory wide open. What about this move right here? And he just races to the pylon. Racine Guillory, man, this has been his game. Talk about welcome back.
That is some draw it up in the dirt. Just make it up as you go along. Evade Earl West with the pressure off the edge. Break contain of the pocket. And just flip it over the top to Guillory. And let your stud running back do the rest. This is virtuoso stuff from Gavin Beard, the junior quarterback. Hoss Haney who?
Okay.
What a play by Gavin Beard.
Hey, Gavin Beard says, look, I learned this from the best. And a guy that just put the battery in his back to make a play like that. You know the kind of confidence that you got to have to make plays like that? I mean, My spotter board is on my head right now. I'm in disbelief. I am in,
that was unbelievable.
What a play. What a play. And you talk about a quarterback that in the first half, he was having all kinds of trouble. He had so many Ryan Raider defenders around him. Man, this kid has come out at halftime and the confidence, he's just oozing with confidence. And man, what a magnificent play.
That is unbelievable. And Aledo has now scored 34 unanswered.
Wow.
5:03 to play. On the return, it's Reynolds. Taken down at the 15.
Wow. This is a game where you just got to ask yourself, like, Aledo has come out and they have struck a blow. And there's the flags down. I think they're going to get maybe a personal foul here.
Multiple flags on the ground and a protracted discussion here between Jim Davis and his crew trying to sort all this out.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 24, Aledo. Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 14 of Ryan. Those penalties will offset and will go first down.
Jordan Hall from Aledo and Dallas Gates from Denton Ryan with a little bit extra for one another after the play. The penalties will cancel out and Denton Ryan will take over.
Yeah, offsetting penalties. This officiating crew just basically sending a message to these guys. This has been highly contested and, you know, getting contentious on the other side for Denton Ryan. The Raiders are just frustrated right now.
Warmate with a nice carry. Picks up 7 on the first play of the series, but Denton Ryan now Heckman in a spot where they have to hurry, down 2 scores. They led this game 27-8 with 2:47 left in the second quarter. The Adrian Fuller kickoff return for a touchdown started the comeback, and Aledo scored 34 straight points since. Mussett with nowhere to go.
You know, this team has been completely shut out here in the second half. Enough of this offensive line getting movement up front. They just, look, this Aledo Bearcat offense has been striking so fast. And on the other side for Denton Ryan, their offense has just been going 3 and out. They have not gotten anything going on here in the second half.
4 minutes to play, 3rd and 3. 2 wides to either side for Hennigan. Pumps, steps up, has to flip it near side. Mussett, what a catch to make the first down.
Talk about the spark of this offense. It's been number 2, Mussett. And he is just continuing to battle guys hanging on him. Double coverage, triple coverage, doesn't matter. He just continues to make a play. Wow.
1st and 10.
I can't believe
Denton Ryan's slim hopes remain alive.
This game was 27-8.
I know.
That is unreal.
The mystique of Aledo, man. Deep ball up the middle of the field looking for Lorenzo Hill, and a flag will come in at the end here.
Yeah, they're going to call it. It's telling me, you know, it shows his hands last minute. He's yanking on him. They're going to get number 18 here on the penalty. It's Carson Adolph.
Yeah, I think it's 19. It's Alex Patton, yeah, the sophomore.
The sophomore trying to go step for step.
So a fresh set of downs here for Denton Ryan. We saw last week with Colleyville Heritage and Argyle to not call a game over early.
Don't do that, Mike.
So there's still a lot of time to work with and 3 timeouts for Ryan. But as I said last week with Colleyville Heritage, it's true here as well. Ryan needs to play perfect the rest of the way. throw over the middle. Melendez has got the first down in Aledo territory.
And that's a name that we came into this game expecting Melendez to be, a bit of a playmaker, a guy that we've seen in previous games be a difference maker on the other side.
Got a player down for Denton Ryan way back in the backfield. I think that it's Quinn Hennigan.
He may have taken a shot after he got that ball off.
Brady Cardwell is listed as the backup quarterback, but I imagine Mussett would actually be where they would go here, though they are in a position where they need to push the football down the field. Get another look here.
Oh, he takes a shot right
there. He did take a hit. He'll have to come off for a play. Mussett and Cardwell playing catch on the far side to get loose. It looks like it will be Cardwell to come on the field because Denton Ryan is absolutely in a position where they need to throw the football right now. Mussett, a fantastic athlete, the best athlete on this Denton Ryan team, but they need him on the other end. They need him on the receiving end if they're going to make something happen here down the stretch. So at least for a play, Cardwell will come in. We'll keep an eye on Hennigan on the sideline. 1st and 10 at the 46. Handoff here for Reynolds. Reynolds gets the corner, runs out of bounds at the 40. 3:11 to play.
Trayvon Reynolds is lightning quick, and you see him, his cut ability here at the end of this play, just getting to the outside. Look at that block inside by Marcus Garcia. We talked about him, man, big time block to get his running back out the back door.
Quinn Hennigan is back out on the football field, missed just the one play. 2nd down and 5, 3:11 to go in a 2-score game. Hennigan, straight drop, looking deep for Mussett. Double coverage and it's intercepted. Aledo with the pick at their own 20-yard line. Cameron Hall with the interception, his first of the year, and Aledo takes over with 3 minutes to play.
And you see them reading this play the whole time, and Quinn Hennigan tries to get this ball up, but it just maybe slips out of his hands. Man, this has been one of those games. So much back and forth, so much drama. I am telling you, this is, when you think about the way that first half ended, I'm saying to myself, just looking at it like, look, I have no idea what Aledo has to do to get back in this game, and good thing they knew, because they came out and they just continued to fire. And I'm going to give all the credit where it needs to be, and that's Gavin Beard. Gavin Beard just leading this offense with throw after throw, but obviously orchestrating these drives and this comeback. Man, this has been magnificent, the way that they've handled themselves, but the points that they've scored, 34 unanswered. I mean, that is just outstanding. We talked about this game and how these two teams have met at the top each and every time and knew that this game would be an instant classic. If you divide this into halves, this is 2 separate games.
Entirely. Wingfield on the carry. Ryan does have all 3 timeouts left, but they would need a 3-and-out in a heartbeat. Beard absolutely deserves credit for this comeback. Racine Guillory playing a major role as well. 3 second-half touchdowns, but it all started with Adrian Fuller's kickoff return for a touchdown to just inject some life into that Aledo sideline when they really needed it.
No, they did, and that was, I think that, like you said, that was the play that really started the discussion of, man, they can actually make a comeback here. They just had to believe that they can get it done, and they did exactly that. And this running game, to me, Racine Guillory, and just the way that his coaches were talking about him. Coach Robbie Jones just basically said, look, man, this kid has a PCL, and we just hadn't wanted to rush him back. And so we have some other guys that we can hand the ball to. We just wanted him to get into the rhythm of our offense. He's our guy. He's our bell cow running back, but we just hadn't felt like he was all the way back yet. I want to ask Coach Robbie Jones this question again if Guillory's back, and I think he'll answer, yeah, he all the way back.
Robbie Jones told us earlier this week that he had a conversation with his team early on this week about the fact that we were coming out to broadcast the game as Wingfield surges forward and picks up the first down. And he said, listen, because we were asking him about the streak and the mystique of it and the aura of it and how much do you guys talk about it. He said, listen, we talk about it. We do. Not a lot, but we do. He said, I told my guys this week, Channel 8's coming out to do the broadcast of the game. He said, they're only here because they think you might lose.
Wow.
Because they think the streak might end.
Wow.
And as I said to Coach Jones, and you as my witness here, I said, Coach, I know you know that's not really why we're coming out. We're coming out because we think it's going to be a great football game. And God bless both of these football teams. They gave us a great game tonight. However, he's not wrong, as the handoff here went to Brady Powell as Aledo's working the final minute off the clock. Every time we have done an Aledo game against a district opponent, Mansfield Timberview back in 2020, Denton Ryan in 2022, Burleson Centennial a year ago, tonight, every time I have had a graphic at the ready. Aledo's first district loss in X number of games. Tonight it would have been 122 games. First district loss until October 25th. And every single time we have come to do an Aledo football game, they have told me, they have told our director, Clay Marshall, you can take that little graphic and shelve it because you need the other one. Aledo kneels it out. They come back from 27-8 down, score 34 unanswered, and win again, 123 in a row. The streak lives.
And that's great football and just the heart of a champion by the Bearcats. They played their guts out tonight, and you want to give credit where credit is due to sparking that comeback. Adrian Fuller, then he's the guy that had the kerosene and says, guys, follow me, because it was that play that he made really on a mistake on a ball that goes into the end zone. And he runs 150 some odd yards for that touchdown, and that galvanized this team and made these guys believe. What a comeback by the Aledo Bearcats. And man, I don't know what they got in the water around here, man, but it works.
The right play by Adrian Fuller would have been to let that ball go through the end zone for a touchback.
Absolutely.
He caught that ball with his momentum taking him into the end zone. He had no choice but to return it. Doubled back and forth and beat everybody to the corner. Cut back across the field, took it 102 yards for the touchdown. And that is what started it all for Aledo tonight. Prior to that play, they had 2 field goals and a safety.
That's it.
In almost an entire half of football.
Unbelievable.
And then they score 34 straight.
Yeah, that was incredible. I mean, and I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't been here to witness it myself. I think for everybody, we talked about it that first quarter, and that first quarter score, it's 6-2. I mean, it's like, it was wonky. We were like, what kind of game? What is this? What's going on here? This isn't the game we put all of this juice and marketing into. The 6-2. We were definitely expecting fireworks easily when we got here. Oh, we got the fireworks. It was just 2 quarters later.
Aledo is inevitable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still, even after all these years, 3 different head coaches now, they still find a way to do what they did tonight. Denton Ryan played an unbelievable first half of this football game. Jumped all over Aledo of all teams in Aledo. Led 27-8, punched him in the mouth, made plays in special teams, made plays with their tight package with the handoff to Warmate on the 4th and 1. Made plays in the passing game with both Hennigan and Mussett at quarterback. Did everything they could have wanted to do. And they were in control of the football game. And yet Aledo found a way again. And to me tonight, you're seeing the birth of, okay, now here's your next generation. Because I did have that question coming in tonight, because we showed the highlight packages of 2022 and 2023. It was Hoss Haney. It was Hoss Haney. When it mattered, when it was nut crunching time, Hoss Haney made a play. Hoss Haney made an 86-yard touchdown run to put it away in 2022. Hoss Haney made a 57-yard touchdown run to give Aledo the lead and win the football game in 2023. There was a little bit of, I'm looking around the roster, I'm going, who's that guy this year? Multiple guys stepped up and said, hey, I'm happy to take that mantle. Gavin Beard, Racine Guillory, Caden Finley. Again, Adrian Fuller started the whole thing with the kickoff return for a touchdown. Gavin Beard grew up a lot tonight.
Yes, he did. And the thing is when we got an opportunity to talk with Coach Jones, he said, look, you just can't concentrate on one guy on this team. Yes, Caden Finley's going to get a lot of the attention, but you can't concentrate on one guy. And how true was that? And you just echoed all of that. Defensively, where they needed to get stops. I know we always going to give a lot of the kudos to the offense, but this defense, I think in the second half, the way that they bowled up their neck and said, look, we're just not going to allow you to victimize us the way that you did in the first half. I think I looked to you and I said to you, I said, Mike, what's going on here? Because once they scored 27 points, this thing would look like it was completely off the rails, and this was going to be a one-sided win for Denton Ryan. The second half of football from Aledo, it really showed that championship pedigree and what this thing is all about. I mean, too bad everybody didn't get a chance to see our open, which I thought was great. And we outlined that exactly with just saying that, look, the standard is the standard. And as I pointed out, when you have two teams that always meet each other at the top of their game in every decade, the stories write themselves. This is going to be an easy story to write. And this has just got the title of it, The Heart of a Champion. And the heart of the champion was shown by Aledo today. They did not blink. You say that they are inevitable. They did not blink. Yeah. Even when they were down, they stuck to the game plan. And a guy like Gavin Beard, who has been in the shadows of Hoss Haney, rightfully so, because Hoss Haney was such a great athlete. He came out of that shadow today and really made a name for himself with the way that he played. And man, this is a great team win, but there are a lot of guys on that team on the other side for Aledo that you got to give kudos to that just grew up right in front of your eyes.
The touchdown pass from Beard to Guillory, the 29-yarder in the fourth quarter, just flipping it over top of the defense, is one of the more remarkable plays I've seen in a minute. That was tremendous.
Yeah, just the way you drew it up. They do that in practice all the time. Okay, but that's just great vision and just great playmaking ability. And just, man, a guy that relied heavily on his playmakers. And we're seeing Guillory. I can't say enough about the job that he did tonight. Every time he got his hands on the ball, he just continued to peg and chop away and make big plays. This team never gave up.
When they sprung Braden Mussett on a coverage breakdown, wide open over the middle, and it was 27-8 Denton Ryan, it did kind of feel like, oh my gosh, like, is this it?
This is it.
Is this it? It felt like it for about 14 seconds until Adrian Fuller said, hang on just a second.
Yeah, hold my beer. I mean, hold my drink. I'm sorry. Yeah, hold my drink. Hold my drink. That's the proper term.
Hold that for 3 years, fella. Look, I mean, it really did. It felt like, oh my gosh, is this really going to happen tonight? Are we finally witnessing the end?
No.
And again, Aledo finds a way to say, nope, not today.
And it's, how crazy is that, how the momentum pendulum just swings like that? You know, people always say momentum is not a real thing in football. You got to witness a football game to know that is so true. When one team has all the momentum and the other team can do nothing about it, it's like just a runaway freight train, and nothing that Denton Ryan did to try and answer the bell, try and get drives going. Even when they went for it on fourth down, the stops, they just kept getting stops. I want to give some credit on the defensive end. Owen Henderson, number 0, he was a part of a really big stop. Chase Wilburn, the other linebacker. Carson Dempsey, how many times did we call number 35's name?
Yeah.
Just knocking down the ball. There were two plays in a row where they knocked down the ball of Quinn Hennigan, and it just, again, everything that the Ryan Raiders tried just would not succeed. This was a championship level game. And Mike Leslie, if we get a chance to see these two teams again, go ahead and color me in on that slide. I will be there.
Amen, buddy. Racine Guillory had 46 yards on 12 carries in the first half. He had 12 carries in the second half as well. The 12 second half carries went for 111 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Wow, what a
They
difference.
wore him down.
Yeah, what a difference a half made.
They wore him down. The offensive line from Aledo, despite being banged up, wore down the front 7 of Denton Ryan. And between Guillory and Wingfield, between the two of them on the day, 235 rushing yards on 35 carries.
Incredible.
Right around 7 yards a carry.
Incredible. What an incredible game. I mean, this was that second half and the way that they attacked him, the run, everything. I mean, we also have to say that to talk about the job that Caden Wingfield did as well. I think that number 1 and number 21, the balance attack. You know, people call it thunder and lightning. It just was a change up at the running back position. And when they brought Guillory off the bench, man, there was nothing that they could do to stop these guys from capturing the edge and picking up those big chunk plays.
Denton Ryan had 279 yards in the first half. They had just 61 yards in the second half. It turned off like a faucet.
That's big time. It's big time. And when you go back and you watch this game, it's just going to be so many ebb and flows. But that second half, that third quarter, specifically the third quarter, was completely Aledo. I said it in those first couple of snaps. In the third quarter, you could tell that these guys came out of halftime with just a different pep in their step. And they came out and they just put it on Denton Ryan.
An unbelievable performance from the Aledo Bearcats tonight. And we're not done. Not even close. Next week on Friday Night Football.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah. That one.
Yeah.
Duncanville, DeSoto. It does not get better than that. Tonight was amazing. The game of the year in 5A, and it gets even better a week from now. For our entire Friday Night Football crew, what a night we had here in Aledo. Thank you guys for bearing with us through the technical difficulties off the top. Kudos to Pete Friedman and Zachary Giannis back in house at WFAA, fighting I don't even know what to finally get us on the air. That was unfortunate timing with the game of the year on our air, but thank you guys for bearing with us and for being with us tonight on WFAA Plus and the WFAA YouTube channel, because this one was a lot of fun. Aledo comes all the way back for a 42-27 win, scoring 34 unanswered to do it. 123 district wins in a row. For our entire Friday Night Football crew, our director Clay Marshall, our photographers Graham Rayner and Dwayne Watkins, Heckma Harrison alongside, I'm Mike Leslie. What a night we had. Thank you so much for being with us. Aledo wins their 123rd in a row, 42-27 the final. We'll see you next week in DeSoto.